Apple isn't the same company that it was 5 years ago. For one, it no longer looks like its iPhone device sells as main driver of its future. Apple had a spectacular year, with the stock up 77%, increasing its valuation by more than $900 billion. The company, now worth $2.2 trillion, is inching closer to a new high. Last year, it launched not only new iPhones, but also new Macs, new Apple Watch, new headphones, and new services. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Investors Game. In this video, we're gonna be talking about, should you buy Apple stock? Make sure you hit the like button, share this video with family and friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. Now, let's get started. Apple is a global technology company that designs, manufactures, and sells smartphones, personal computers, tablets, etc. Apple is listed on the Nasdaq exchange under the ticker symbol AAPL. Apple faces various competitors, including smartphone manufacturers like Samsung and LG, and computer manufacturers such as Lenovo and Dell. Apple has become far more than a tech hardware company. Indeed, the tech giant's second largest segment after iPhone is now its services business. The tech company services revenue rose 17% year over year in the first quarter of fiscal 2020. One thing really good of Apple is that they will do weather the current and future economy storms just fine. Billionaire and famed investor Warren Buffett has said that Apple is probably the best business I know in the world. But what makes Apple stand out? First, consider how much cash the company has. At the end of the second quarter, Apple had $193 billion in cash on hand. That cash will not only help it to continue to make its dividend payment long in the future and raise them, but it also gives Apple a massive advantage over other technology players. The company has been able to pour its huge amount of cash into things like producing content to help grow subscribers for its Apple TV service and buying smaller companies to help keep its innovation edge. Not only does cash help Apple continue to expand its business in new ways, but it also a massive advantage over smaller technology companies when it comes to riding out the current economy climate we're in. Apple has become far more than a tech hardware company. Indeed, the tech company services revenue rose 17% year over year in the first quarter of fiscal 2020. Apple can ride out this recession better than the most. Next, devices and services are still a winning combination. Apple may no longer report how many iPhones it sells in a quarter, but that doesn't mean that the services isn't integral to its long-term business strategy. iPhones are one of the best ways for consumers to tap into Apple's growing ecosystem, and the devices still helps bring in massive revenue. Consider that the tech titan services revenue grew 16.6% in the first quarter to $13.3 billion. That revenue mainly comes from users signing up from their iPhones to tap into these services. With nearly 1 billion active iPhones estimated to be used around the world, Apple's opportunity to offer its users new services is unmatched. And it doesn't end with services. Apple's wearable tech is one of the company's fastest growing revenue segments, increasing 22.5% year over year in the most recent quarter. AirPods are one of the best selling wireless earbuds on the market, and its Apple Watch is the top selling smartwatch. These devices are in a sense an extension of iPhones. Next, Apple isn't finishing innovating. There's no way of knowing what Apple's next big tech device will be, but there is growing evidence that the company is exploring in AR glasses, potentially called Apple Glasses. Apple has very focused on AR over the past few years and has integrated the technology more and more into its devices and apps. Creating a specific device that focuses on AR will play well into iPhone's current focus. Apple could also release glasses next year, but no one knows for sure. Of course, Apple Glasses is only a rumor right now, but the point here is that investors shouldn't think that Apple is done creating new products or services for its users. Sure, it may move slower than smaller tech companies, but Apple has always moved on its own pace when it comes to releasing new products and services, and they're almost always worth the wait. Next, is Apple good enough for Buffett? With the current recession well underway, many investors are looking for places to put their money that have great long-term potential. Apple's massive cash hoard, its unparalleled user base, Its long list of best-selling products and its commitment to shareholders make this business a no-brainer buy for many investors. Sure, the company will experience share prices swings like any other stock. Apple will be able to ride out these uncertain times and still keep its eye on long-term growth. I agree with Buffett. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better business anywhere. And there should be more good news to come in 2021, both for the company and the stock. Many Apple products are already sold out for the holiday season. Supply constraints may limit December quarter upside, but if demand continues, the March quarter should be stronger than normal. The list of sold out products includes the new iPhone, Mac, and AirPods. You cannot get any of them for the holidays. Next, India manufacturing production is coming online. That will help Apple avoid a 30% import tariff and make Apple production pricing more competitive in the world's number 2 market for the mobile phones after China. Some analysts note that Apple has less than 2% mobile phone market share in India, compared with the 10% in China and the 45% in North America. They also note that there are currently no Apple store in India. If Apple can reach 10% of the India market, it will boost revenue by $4 billion a year. Apple has become a platform that reaches beyond products and software. Apple has evolved from a product company to a platform company that includes services such as software, storage, games, and many more. Looking ahead, we believe Apple will not only continue to grow its services business, but also get increased traction with the enterprise. Next, is Apple stock really a buy right now? Apple stock is not a buy right now, but it soon could be. Keep an eye on the overall stock market, which has been unsettled lately. If the market turns south, don't try to fight the general stock market direction. While valuating and huge dependence of the iPhone are still issue, it seems like iPhone 12 rollout has potential, and as one of the world's biggest cash cows, Apple has continued to churn out profits even in the middle of the recession. It seems the company will be around for a long time, and this fact alone gives Apple share value. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know in the comment box, would you invest in Apple? Subscribe to my channel because every week I'm on YouTube with new content, and do not forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. See you next time.